Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to take a drink real quick and I'm going to start out with priming my skin. This is the Hard Candy Coconut Water Priming Stick. This is the first time I've ever used this and it actually feels surprisingly good on my skin. Next I'm going to color correct. This is the Wet n Wild Cushion Color Corrector in the shade Peach. I'm only going to place this where I have darkness, because that's what it's for, cancel out darkness. Next I'm going in with foundation and these Radiance drops, also by Hard Candy. I'm going to mix those in with my foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. These drops actually really sheared out my foundation. I'm not sure how I feel about them. When I pulled out the dropper, the formula looked super goopy and was like clinging to the dropper, and I didn't really like that, so I'll just have to test it out. Maybe I got a bad one, I don't know, but it made my foundation look really glowy and radiant, but who knows. Next I'm going to conceal and highlight with my Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I'm going to paint this all over my face like usual. Underneath my eyes in a triangle shape, on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then we are going to blend that out with my Real Techniques blending sponge. Like always. I love this concealer. It has the thickness that I want to provide the coverage that I want, but is very light still and does not feel thick and cakey on the face. So I'm just gonna blend that out. And now I'm going in with this Makeup Revolution banana powder. This is like the Ben Nye banana powder, but obviously only $7. I'm going to place that only where I have darkness again, and then on my nose. So I already did one brow, and I'm only going to do the other brow on camera because I feel like my brow routine just doesn't really change. I use a brow powder or a matte brown eyeshadow, and then I frame the brow and then just fill it in with an angled brush. Nothing super complicated. My brows always look the same, and I've been using brow powder instead of my Anastasia dip brow lately because I don't know, I just like it. Gonna brush off that bake. Brush it off. Brush it off. Brush it off. Now I'm going in with this eye contour palette, also by Makeup Revolution. This is a dupe for the Kat Von D shade Light palette for the eyes. I saw this at Ulta. I've always wanted to buy the shade Light palette by Kat Von D, but I just don't want to spend that much money on a palette. It just don't. I never do. So when I saw this and saw the price tag, I was like, OMG, and I had a coupon. So I was like, super OMG. So I picked it up, and the shadows are super blendable and so creamy. I'm super surprised. But I'm going to take that peachy shade and then just, what am I laughing at? I'm going to take that peachy shade and the brush and the palette, which is also surprisingly not terrible, and just buff that in my crease. And now I'm going in with this terracotta shade, and I'm going to focus that on the outer V of the eye and blend inwards. I'm pretty sure I've used this technique in every single video on my channel, but it is my ride or die. It never fails me. Pack the color on the outer V, blend it out with a fluffy blending brush. It is the fastest and easiest way to get a diffused smoky eye without making it look like you got punched, because I feel like the biggest problem I had when learning how to do smoky eyes was looking punched. Now I'm going in with that chocolatey brown shade in the palette, and I'm going to focus that on the outer V again and just blend towards the inner part of the eye. Pack it on, blend it out. Pack it on, blend it out. Because if you put the product directly on the crease and the product is too pigmented, you're going to bring it too far up and it's not going to be good. Now we are going to clean up with concealer and a flat shader brush. Just whoop, clean up, crew. just create like the wing that you normally would, like that sharp edge, using that concealer. So you're going to paint that on and then blend it out so you don't have any like harsh concealer lines, so like no one knows that you like actually cleaned it up. But this is a really easy technique for when you bring your eyeshadow out too far or it's too round and you don't like it. Just paint on some concealer, clean up that edge, and then just blend it out. And no one will ever know. So just tap that with your finger and make sure you blend it out up towards on your temple so you don't have like a concealer line. We don't want that. We want no harsh lines. Now we're going back in the palette with that chocolatey brown shade again, and we are going to take a flat definer brush and create a soft wing. I really wanted to do something different today. I feel like all I do is bold wings, but this peachy look, I wanted it to be a little bit more wearable, a little bit more friendly for every day. And when I work in an office actually, so I feel like the wings intimidate. So I often do eyeliner with an eyeshadow, and I just draw that line along the concealer and then clean it up afterwards, also using concealer. So line that brush up for where next to where you drew the concealer, and then use it as your guide, and then blend it out as you need to, so it's really soft and diffused and not like I drew eyeshadow on my lash line. You know what I mean? So just blend that out. And don't be afraid about it looking messy. It's not supposed to look perfect. It's supposed to be diffused and dreamy and kind of smoky, but a little less intimidating. Now I'm going to give my lashes a little curl. I almost never curl my lashes because I'm so afraid of my lash curler ripping my lashes out, because I hardly have lashes as it is. But I'm going to be using single lashes today. And this is the False Lash Mascara by Essesnce. And I'm just going to give my lashes a quick coat before we apply our individual lashes. So I curled my lashes because I want them to blend better with these individual lashes. These are the Vegas name by Eylure single lashes. I used to be really intimidated by these, but these are actually my best friend for when I want lashes but don't want to wear strip lashes. I have a really hard time with strip lashes lifting up in the inner corner just because of my eye shape. So when I want something like a little more than my lashes, I use the individual lashes. So you just put a dot of glue on the back of your hand and one by one dip the ends of the lashes in that glue and then just place on your lash line. This takes infinitely longer than using a strip lash, but the end result is a little more natural, not an I'm wearing false lashes kind of look. So those little glue dots will dry clear. If you have a lash adhesive that dries clear, usually they all do. So now, time for my favorite part. I'm going to smoke out my lash line. It doesn't matter what kind of look I'm going for, I always want that smoky lower lash line. I can't get enough of it. And also blending it out is super fun. It's like therapy for me. So I'm going back with that chocolate shade from the Eye Contour Palette by Makeup Revolution. And I'm going to pack that on using my flat definer brush. And I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and go in with that peach shade from the Eye Contour Palette that we originally used and just blend that out. Smoke it out. Bring it down as far as you want, like always. I forgot what I was going to say. Holy cow. Blend it out. try to use as little product as possible when you're adding in, like when you're using a lighter shade to blend out. You don't want that to muddy up the bottom lash line. So now I'm taking a totally clean brush and just bringing that down a little more and diffusing those edges. I think this is part of the Rose Quartz collection by BH Cosmetics. Now I'm going to Tightline. This is a Beauty for Real eyeliner. You can use any black liner. And now I'm going in with my bronzer. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce. I don't know. And an angled kabuki brush. This one's by BH Cosmetics. If you're looking for super cheap brushes that are pretty good quality and you want like a nice brush set to get you started, BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics for real. So I'm just going to blend that in the hollows of my cheeks and on my forehead. And that bronzer is going to look scary in a minute. And then I realize how bad it looks, and then I'm just going to continue to blend that out because it looked terrible. So, you know, the power of blending. Just blend. Blend, blend, blend. Oh, my cat ears. Blend. Make it look good. Because you want to be bronzed and golden. You don't want to look like you have orange spots on your skin. So, blend wherever you need to. Take your time. And now I'm going in with this Makeup Revolution highlight. This is the Baked highlighter in Matte Lights, I think. Like matte, M-A-T-T-E. But it does have a slight sparkle to it. Like not like boom in your face luminous like most highlighters. It's like a stark white powder with these peach like ribbons in it and a like very fine sparkle. So what I'm going to do is put this on the tops of my cheekbones, but I'm also going to take it, like continue that line up around my temple and my eye and under my brow. So now I'm just going to put some brow gel on now that all the product is on, and now I'm going in with this Strobing palette by Milani Cosmetics in the shade Candlelight, and I'm just going to go over top where I use that Makeup Revolution highlighter just to give it a little more oomph. This highlighter is way more glowy. And now for the lips, this is the Colourpop Creme Finish Lippie Stick in the shade I'm Yours. This is a beautiful peach. Like, oh, and it's so creamy. Now I'm going to take a shower in this Milani Make It Last setting spray. Let that dry. Fan yourself, girl. There you go. And that is the finished look. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Leave me a comment, thumbs up, whatever you need to do. If you like this look, leave me some love. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks you guys for watching.